you've mentioned some of the challenges that you faced growing up. Young people face many other challenges, I think one of them being just lack of capital, lack of supportive parents, mentorship opportunities. What do you think needs to be done for the African children for them to actualize their potential? At this point in history, having lived in New Jersey, having lived in Mauritius, where do you start rewriting this narrative?
I think my answer to that would be, and I'd pick from something that one of our previous guests on our podcast spoke about. She's part of a foundation that does a lot of work in Canada with indigenous communities.
Okay.
And when they first went to offer solutions to them, they thought that the solutions, if it's education, right, then we need to give them scholarships to go study in these top institutions, and then they'll come back, or maybe not, but they'll get this this global focused and this world-class education. But when they spoke to this community said that no, you will not take our kids away from here, because what we value is our culture, right? And what we value is
I love that.
What we value is our heritage. And so you come here and teach them from here. You come here, and what they ended up doing is designing education models that are tied to the community. And so where you find an example that she gave the other day is when you'll find that a parent or a grandma is good at weaving, the design and education curriculum around that weaving that is centered around the skill of weaving, opportunities tied to weaving, but then most importantly, the cultural significance of that weaving in the community. And so you haven't taken the children out of the communities, because once you do that, you've affected the kind of continuation that you'll find in the community, and a lot of these problems that you see here in Africa, where in Kenya, for example, where because of rural to urban migration, young people are not there in the rural areas to be able to be nurtured and being able to be taught the ideals and values for their continuity.
Yeah.
And so that kind of approach is what I feel like the support that's needed with the young people, of one, listening to exactly what they're telling you they need and being able to design structures and systems to cater to that instead of imposing what has already been there in the past. Mm-hmm. One of the biggest issues that I have with education systems is that you still have the traditionally minded thinkers. You still have the people who are not willing to learn and evolve with the times, making the decisions and building the systems. And so if the system does not accommodate the student, then the student will look for a different system, such as myself.
Absolutely.
And that is another problem. There are not too many people you'll find out there who have the same passion for Africa that I have after having lived and studied abroad.
Right, yeah.
Right? Because they look at the opportunities there that are more conducive, the money is better, and the decisions are focused on that. But if the systems here can be built different, and the opportunities can be here as well, and the money can be here as well, then you'd find a lot more people being incentivized to come back and invest in Africa.